Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Sanford. Another episode. People, this pertaining to the beating of Tyre Nichols in Memphis, Tennessee by this special police unit called the Scorpion. Now, I got to ask this question. Did it make a difference? Did they break up any gang members? Did they lock up any evil people? Did they do what they were set out to do? Because I've been researching and I haven't seen anything they did since they've been formed. I mean, would they just ride around in cars? They had nothing to do but intimidate people. They intimidate the very people that they supposed to protect. You think that in Memphis, in our community, that we didn't have idiots that out bullying, driving around recklessly, and creating all kinds of havoc in the community? That's in just about all black community. I'm going to say every black community because I would be shocked. I'd love to be wrong if it didn't happen in all of them. Now, this unit, I just can't understand what kind of crime were they fighting and had the chance to stop someone that's innocent and carry on the action that they did against a fine young man that is an upstanding citizen. Now, let me go back several days. Another young man, 4 days before Tyreek issue with the Scorpion unit, said that he went out for a pizza. They stopped him and snatched him out of the car, put a gun up his head. Come on, man. We this is not how we conduct ourselves, especially someone that looked like us in our community. We should have a little bit more understanding. They saying that, and I'm going to go back, I'm going to piss some people off by saying this. Sometimes we take on the ways of our oppressor. Back in the slavery, they beat the crap out of us. Now we in turn beating the crap out of us too. That's bad. That's not a good look. That's awful. Now we become a gang. We're supposed to be fighting the gang. We're supposed to be fighting the criminals. And now we become a criminal. The one thing I like about what the police chief did, unlike what happened in the white leaders in the police department, they'll take a white officer, put him in a desk job or leave of absence with pay, and it's going for a year or two. She immediately, after 5 days of investigation, once she saw the video, her mind was already made up. It was just other formality that she had to go through to say, okay, fire them. Fire. People, back in the day when Rodney King got beat, they said he got beat like a cow. This man, did he get beat worse than a dog? They beat the crap out of this man. People, let me tell you something. You got any kids, teach them. Start now. I don't care how old they are. They can be 30 years old. If you pick up an object and hit somebody upside the head, it's intent to kill. They beat this man with a baton, bust him upside the head several times with it, kick him in the face several times. You beat a person like that, especially upside the head, your intent is to kill. That's murder one right off the bat. So teach your child not to pick up an object and go against somebody upside their head. That's dangerous. Now, let me say this. When this young man got stopped by the Scorpion unit before they got to Tyre Nichols, he called in. He called the police department in Memphis to complain about what went on. No one returned his call. I find it hard to believe if they were truly about something at that police department, they would have checked that out and the man possibly would still be alive. Not possibly, he will be. Because when you, as an officer, pull a gun on somebody and they call in, you should respond to that call, respond to that unit and ask them what is going on. They was running too loosely. They had no accountability. That's why this man is dead, beaten like a dog, to the point where you can't, an organ donor, he cannot donate his organs. You beat that man that bad, and he didn't do anything wrong, broke no laws, a minor traffic stop, and you beat the shit out of him. I'm going to say it, I apologize. Because now I'm getting upset. I'm going to cool down. I'm going to cool down a little bit. You took it on yourself to beat him. And then you try to cover up, blocking the camera. Give me a break. Give me a break. And that person that should have returned those calls when that first man called in needs to be held accountable. Suspension or something. Somebody needs to, some heads need to roll. Some heads need to roll. And it's bad that we're in a situation in our community that we need those specialized units. You know, to put out there, and I'm going to say this, I know I'm going to tick some people off, but I got to do it. To put it out there, because what I'm going to say is the truth. To put it out there to say, we're going to disband this unit. Trust me, there's some people out there that look like me is licking their chops, and now we can go for whatever we want. It's sad that we're in that predicament. It's sad that we have to do this in our own community. This people, what our young people need, instead of joining a gang, they need to go and join positive organization. They need to join the Masonic Order. They got something there for teenagers. They need to go into schools. All these schools up here, you got Grambling, Mississippi Valley State, Jackson State, you got Prairie View A&M, Alcorn, Alabama State. I mean, you cannot find a better group of people to join in these organizations. These schools have different organizations that they can join. The frats, sorority for the girls. You can't find anything better than that. That make life better for you than what you're doing out in the street. If you don't want to join these organizations in the schools and the Masonic Order, take your butt to a trade school. Instead out here committing havoc in the Afro-American community, making us you're making us a prisoner in our own community. We can't go out and enjoy ourselves the way we want because we're afraid that a stray bullet might come at us by someone that live in our community, someone that look like us. We got to deal with someone that look like us in our community to do harm to us. Then we got to be afraid of someone that look like us that is riding around our community supposed to protect and serve. Instead, they're intimidating and kicking our ass. This is what's going on in our community. Sometimes I wonder, post-traumatic syndrome, how many of us got that? How many black people are facing with that? And we need a specialized unit to help protect us. Okay, you get rid of them, and now this idiot's going to go crazy. You know what I propose that we do? Because we need someone to inform the police officer of what's going on in our community. You can call it whatever the damn thing you want to call it. We need to reward them. We need to come up with some kind of way to raise money to pay the people that call in and say, this is what's going on here. This is who's doing what. This is who's doing that. We need that. Not now, but right now. And this snatch and grab and the people walking away scot-free, really? People, something got to be done. We cannot allow this in our community. We got to stop it. Not now, but right now. And the police officer, if they're caught on camera doing something, why in the hell are we going to take 2 years to investigate? It's right there on camera. You want to know if they did it or not? Look at the camera. It'll show you that they do it. It'll show you they're doing it. What are you looking for? What evidence? There's no more evidence. You don't need no more evidence. It's right there. The George Floyd bill, if it was passed, when these officers are caught doing something wrong, they will not be allowed to go and work in any other law enforcement agency. If I'm not mistaken, they won't be allowed to carry a gun. You're dangerous as it is with a gun and a badge. Take the gun away from them too. But they weren't allowed to be carrying a gun. Come on, man. We need to do something. We're in some serious situation. We really are. And you want to know something? For this different specialized unit we have that was the cause of Tyre, Nichols to be killed, I'm not going to just blame it on the police department. I'm going to blame on you African-American criminals that creating havoc all over the country in our cities. You are the reason. You're the reason why he's dead. Be accountable. Be responsible. You are the reason. We wouldn't have to have these units patrolling our community if you had your ass somewhere doing the right thing. But no, you out there want to commit havoc, robbing, driving up and down the street like crazy, shooting at someone, just shooting up in the air for nothing because you got a gun. You're a big man with a gun. But then soon as someone got a gun on you and you cry like a baby, the crap that you are, give me a break. Give me a break. Get your butt in school. Get off your mama's couch, you big baby, you piece of crap. We don't need that in our community. We really, truly don't. Every night, somebody that look like me is killing someone like me. And we got to go out and get specialized group to stop it because the police hands are full. And then when these groups are formed, there's no accountability. What we need is the chief to get involved on a regular basis, have a meeting, find out what is going on with these specialized officers. Whoever it is that's over them, chief need to meet with them on a regular basis, 2 or 3 times a week. He needs to be accountable. When something goes wrong, the chief and the man, the head of that unit, needs to be accountable. Somebody got to pay the price. Some head got to swing. People should not be afraid to come out of the house because of specialized unit and the idiots that live in their neighborhood. That is too much. That's too much for anybody to bear. And I'm pissed the hell off. I apologize, people. I really do. Let me move on. But I'm glad. But you know what? It's really something how a woman can come in and take care of business. A black woman is the most beautiful thing there is. I put out a thing, I think, on episode 15. I can't remember which one it is. But it's beautiful black women at HBCU. Strong black women. Strong, smart black women that are not afraid to make a move. Not afraid to make changes. They're not sucking up like some of these Afro-American supposedly men are doing. Thank God for the sister in Memphis doing what she's supposed to do. Big ups to her. We all need to applaud her. I want to move on. I want to talk about this crap in Butler Township, Ohio, for this woman because her hamburger at McDonald's did not have cheese on it. She went back in to have cheese put on her hamburger, and all hell broke loose. And then here comes this white officer, a sergeant. His name is Todd Stanley. It's on camera that he beat this woman with his fist. They suspend him with pay to investigate. What the hell do you need to investigate is right there on camera. If anything you want to investigate, investigate how many women he done this to. He beat that woman like he used to beat the woman. He has experience. It seems. Now, I'm not for sure. I could be wrong. It seems like he has an experience in beating women. He beat that woman side of the face like it was nothing, broke her teeth, busted her lips, and it didn't bother him. It did not bother him. Come on, people. And let me say something. Getting back to Tyre Nichols. If you beat someone with an object upside the head, I need to say this again. Your intent is to kill. You hit a person upside the head, even with your fist, and that police officer, big as he was, could have done some serious damage to that lady at McDonald's in Butler Township, Ohio. Ohio, y'all act like Mississippi now. Just getting awful with this racist crap that's going on up there in the north. Really? Up north? Up north-south. That's what it seems like to me. But, again, be careful, because if you hit somebody upside the head, people, those of you that got kids, I don't care what age, 5 years old to 45, let them know you hit somebody upside the head with any object, your intent is to kill. If that person died, this should be automatically first-degree murder. I ain't no sense talking about anything else. This head in one of the most sensitive spots next to your heart. Hit a person wrong upside the head, instant death. We need to teach this to our kids. It's serious. You know, I did a video a couple months ago. Crime in cities that are 30% Afro-American. Check that out, people. Check that out. Before you get off this video, hit the subscribe, the like, and the share. Comment. I like to respond. Put your name on there. You know, I don't get mad. I understand. If I did something wrong, say something wrong, I know what I say people are not going to like. Everyone's not going to like it. I understand that. So it's okay. Talk to me. But check out that video. It's similar to this. And also the video I've just put out yesterday, day before yesterday, I think it was, on Operation Safe Street in St. Louis. Operation Safe Street. It blew me away. Operation Safe Street is repairing potholes in St. Louis to make us safe, but not get rid of the crime. Get rid of that point system we got here in St. Louis. We had 3 men shot at a police officer. And what they do, they use a point system, I guess a 13 or 15, and they got a total of 9. They let them go and walk away free. These dummies could have got killed. If you raise that number up, you can save some life. You shoot at an officer, you have to, I got to be careful. They're going to shoot back. And they're not shoot to tickle you. They're going to shoot to kill you. Because you got a gun. At 14 or 15 years old, this is how old these 3 young people are. 12, midnight, or 1 o'clock a.m., they was out. And I could be wrong with the timing. But whatever time it was, they're not supposed to be where they were. Come on. Take care of business, people. Hey, thank you, and be safe.